Why forgiveness sets you free in old age. You don't forget what they did. You remember the words, the betrayal, the silence that followed, the ache that settled into your bones and stayed there. Maybe it happened decades ago, or maybe it was recent. But one thing is certain, you've carried it for years, maybe quietly, maybe with a smile, but it's been with you like a stone in your chest. And now, at this stage of life, you feel it even more. This is the story of why forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you, your peace, your freedom, your healing. Because in old age, bitterness becomes heavier, and forgiveness becomes the only way to breathe again. Part 1. The weight we were never meant to carry. We all carry something. A cruel word from a parent, a betrayal from a partner, a friend who disappeared when you needed them most. Even mistakes you made and can't seem to forgive yourself for. We hold it. We justify it. We tell ourselves, I'm fine. But we're not. Not really. Bitterness doesn't always scream. Sometimes, it just quietly steals your joy. It turns your smile hollow. It turns your days gray. It turns memories into minefields. And the older you get, the more you realize, the past will not leave you alone until you decide to let it go. Part 2. Forgiveness is not approval. Forgiveness gets misunderstood. It doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It doesn't mean it was okay. It doesn't mean you're weak. Forgiveness means this: I refuse to suffer twice. I won't keep bleeding from wounds someone else caused. I won't give them the power to poison what's left of my life. I won't lose one more day of peace because of what they did. Forgiveness is not saying, what you did was fine. It's saying, I'm done letting it define me. It's not letting them off the hook. It's letting your soul off the leash. Part 3. What bitterness does to the body and soul. Bitterness is slow poison. It shows up as tension in your shoulders, tiredness that never leaves, a heart that feels too heavy for joy, a body that forgets how to rest. You might not even realize it's there until one day you ask yourself why you feel so old inside. Not just physically, emotionally. Resentment doesn't age well. It calcifies. It hardens your softness. It isolates you. It makes love harder to receive. And if you don't let go of it, it will follow you all the way to the end. Part 4. Self-forgiveness is the hardest kind. Sometimes, it's not about what others did. It's about what you did. The child you hurt. The chances you didn't take. The time you wasted. The apology you never gave. And now, you carry shame. You look back and wish you could rewrite the story. But here's the truth: no one says enough. You did the best you could, with what you knew, with the tools you had, with the pain you hadn't healed yet. You are not your worst moment. You are not the version of you who didn't know better. Forgiveness isn't a reward you earn. It's a gift you give yourself when you're finally ready to live again. Part 5. What forgiveness feels like when it finally comes. It doesn't come all at once. At first, it feels impossible. You still want an apology. You still want justice. You still want to hear "I'm sorry" from a mouth that never spoke it. But then, you get tired. Not weak. Tired. Tired of waking up angry. Tired of wasting your softness on someone who won't change. Tired of being haunted by what already happened. And you whisper it. Not for them. For you. I forgive you. Even if they never know. Even if they never care. Even if they never come back. And suddenly, you feel it. A little breath of freedom. A little more light. A little more room in your soul for joy to return. Part 6. Aging with a lighter heart. At this age, you realize you don't have time to carry what doesn't love you back. You don't need every wound to be acknowledged. You don't need every truth to be told. You just need peace. You want mornings that feel soft. You want quiet that feels safe. You want people who don't make you question your worth. You want to laugh without bitterness holding your throat. Forgiveness gives you that. It doesn't change the past. It changes how it lives inside you. Part 7. The peace that was waiting all along. When you finally let go, you start sleeping better. You start laughing louder. You start crying not from pain but from relief. You walk a little slower, but with more purpose, because you are no longer being chased by memories. You are no longer trapped in stories that cannot be rewritten. You are here, now, alive, free. That's what forgiveness gives you. Not a perfect ending, but a new beginning. Even at 60, even at 70, even at 90. Part 8. Letting go before it's too late. The biggest regret people carry into their final days is not what they did, It's what they never said, the anger they held onto, the healing they never allowed, the love they were too afraid to feel again. You have time, right now, to choose differently, to pick up the phone, to write the letter, to whisper the apology, to set yourself free. Don't wait until your heart is too tired. Don't wait until it's too late. Let go now, so you can truly live what's left. Closing, you deserve peace. You have cried enough. You have carried enough. You have survived enough. Now, you deserve peace. You deserve to love yourself again. You deserve mornings filled with light and nights without heaviness. And the way to that life is forgiveness. Not for them, not for the past, but for you. So your spirit can be free. So your days can be lighter. So your final years can be soft, warm, and full of meaning. If this message touched you, if your heart needed this, please consider subscribing to this channel. Here, we hold space for healing, for honesty, for late beginnings, for quiet truths, because you are not alone, and you are never too old to begin again. Thank you for listening, and thank you for choosing freedom. I hope you had a great time watching. Your support means a lot, so please like this video if you did, and subscribe to join our growing community for more awesome content.